everybody, and welcome back to how to make a West Coast beat part 2. In part 1 I showed you guys how to do a West Coast melody. In this part right here I'm going to be showing you guys how to create the actual drums for a West Coast beat, the type of sounds to pick, and you know how to get that bounce. You know what I'm saying? How to get that bounce. You feel me? So let's get into it. So first of all, as you can see, I have about 9 different drum sounds here. They're categorized by colors. You know, the regular, I kept these regular, and then these ones are red. And then of course the rest of them are different colors as far as my transitions. So I have a kick here. Let's start with the kick. So the kick is just a normal kick, nothing crazy going on. Sounds like this. It's nice little round kick, and it has like a little extra little click at the end of it, which you don't really hear too much in the beat once all the rest of the sounds are in there, but it gave it a nice feel, and I was like, let me run with it. So let's hear how the kick sounds. And usually in West Coast beats, they have that boom, ba boom, ba boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom. You know what I mean? And that's kind of the feel that I went for. So that's pretty much where the kick pattern came from. The next thing I have is I have the snare sounds. And this is what the first snare sounds like right here. And then what I did was I stacked that snare with this sound. Oh, let me get it. Hold on. I don't think I turned it on. Here we go. Okay. I stacked that snare with that snare there, and it came out sounding like this. As I told you guys in the last video, this beat to me sounds like what if Dr. Dre and DJ Battle Cat were to collab on a beat together. Those are like the West Coast like godfathers to me. Like, I love Dr. Dre, I love DJ Battle Cat, I love the way they program their drums, the type of drums they use. And in West Coast beats, those snares got to smack. So in any of my beats you always hear that West Coast influence with those snares. They have to smack for me. I cannot, my beats cannot be out without that smack. And then next we went in and we found a little ride sound, and it sounds like this. And what I did with that was I made it sound like this. I just pitched it up a little bit, because as you see, that's what it sounds like originally. And then when I played it out, and it's just to match, I just wanted to match the key of the actual beat. And then after that, I added like this little hi-hat. And what is going on is after that's going on after the snare. So this is what it sounds like. And just a little tip, I actually got that idea from Cardiac on a Lloyd Banks beat that he did. He had the hi-hat hit after the snare, and I just thought that was mad dope. So I'm like, yo, let me incorporate that in this. So that's where I got that idea from. Not all West Coast beats do that, but that small element added a great part to the beat. And after that, I put in more percussion. Just some bongos to go in the background there. And then I had 2 crashes that I put in here. And as you can hear, man, the drums just have a certain feel to them. You know, they have a certain bounce. And as you guys saw in my other videos, or in my other basically how to add like a bounce to your beat, I kind of gave you guys a tip. And what I do with my hi-hats and any of my rides or my sounds is I kind of drag them off a little. And if I hover over this and you look at the time down here, or you can look up here, you can see that it says 2904. If we started to drop 1104, I nudged it 4 notches off. And I do that a lot with like my hi-hats. I do that a lot with my instruments. It just depends. It's all going to depend on the beat. But I do that a lot in most of my beats because I like that feel, like that off feel. I don't like my stuff to be real quantized and on point, because then your stuff sounds too robotic. It sounds like you're just depending on the computer to do its thing. And usually what I do is I like to keep things off. So I kind of nudge them off a little bit so that they don't sound right on point. So when as I play them together, everything sounds like this. And if you guys are wondering who DJ Battlecat is, y'all need to do your Googles, because DJ Battlecat is the godfather of the West Coast. But that's pretty much how you would do drums for a West Coast beat. Like I said, it's all about the type of sound you pick. It's all about the way that you program the drums. As you heard specifically, you heard the specific type of kick I use, the specific type of snare. I made this beat. This beat is pretty old, and I made this a while ago. But as you can hear, I only used one kick on here. I probably could have stacked it with one or two more. But, you know, those are just different things that I could have done later on. But like I said, this beat was all based off of the type of sounds I used, the type of the way that the bounce was on the drums. And that's pretty much it as far as how to make a West Coast beat. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys give this a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe if you have not already. Hit that bell button so you don't miss any more of these tutorials. And it's your boy Young Heat. And until next time, I'll holla. Peace.